I show you examples, show how it's easy to spot on the plan is bigger. Hood on point for niggas, feel like the Grand Wizard. Hit the scene with Barry, the Paramount alone, the motion picture. I be coaching all my son shit. I feel like Doc Rivers, call it the mob and have his body torched over the Dockin' River from Rucker to Garden in one winter. Taking contenders, night down the middle, the Doc gon' have to stable with center. Funeral at the Staples Center. Roll for legends, sparred with beats here. Blow is a wiki to me. Actually got packs and number ones, and all of them shits was written by me. Study the rappers, I stamped in the shit, and you just be considered to see who really benefiting from any of this. Explain the reason to me. Shit, I spit biblical, flowing these beats like I'm walking on water. That's crazy in the physical. Don't think I know what you type individual. S is my genesis, no I see exodus. My revelation is coming to several. Whew.
Yo. Gang, what's going on?
Bitch, we get it. You wanna be considered as a spitter boy.
See, we got Meek in here. We got Atlas in here. Shout out to Noise.
That 2012 old backpack.
Shout out to Supermom. I'm guessing that's Chrissy, right?
Sold 10K. King of what my nigga please. Now back the reason this is city.
Yes.
Please told us that you got your whole style from the city. GV
My
niggas try to take
favorite
a bite
people.
out the rotten apple. Think I sick when they don't wanna trust you and blew out your candle. Try to make it seem like you was.
Oh, we gonna get straight to it, gang. What is going on? What is going on? Thank you for tuning in again. This is episode 4 of Mind of a Sinner. I can't believe we've literally gotten to 4. That's a little bit wild. But I noticed that every time we do go on, first of all, before I start, how's the audio? Is the audio good? Is everything straight on my end? Is there anything that I gotta change? Like, how do y'all hear me? Y'all hear me clear? Okay, so thank God last episode we had some issues with the chat. Apparently I had it on like shield mode, which kind of like blocked out everybody from even being able to to talk and all of that. So I had to spend at least a good hour before making sure that the sound was on point and everything was on point. So I'm happy that it everything is getting on point. As we keep going too, gang, y'all gonna start noticing some changes. As you can see, we got our new logo courtesy of Atlas. Atlas is in here right now. You see the Chop Shop, well, it's over here. The Chop Shop logo is done by that boy Atlas. I don't know. I tend to have some creative supporters, man. I really do. So my team has literally become the people who have been supporting me. So Atlas helps me with graphics. Noise actually, not only is Noise put up with my shit as an artist, and I always say like Noise is the Chad Hugo to my Pharrell. He kind of organizes the chaos for me. So like not right now, mama. We have this unspoken language where I don't know, man. I consider him like a soul brother. You know what I mean? Like we have so much in common and so much connected. But I brought him up to say, like, not only did he do the production, helps with the production, he also did the entire website for us, the whole Chop Shop Worldwide website. That was all done by Noise also. So we've built a village, man. It's amazing. Even low key, like I know y'all see me in low key always man, I wish I could invite y'all into some of these group chats and some of these combos. But as you can see, low key is somebody that has come on board and just everything's just been organic. We've just been building and picking up pieces of our team as we've gone on, man. And it's a blessing because I tried to make like 1,000,001 excuses as to. Let me take these off because I can't even really see the chat, and we're inside. So, like as I made like 1,000,001 excuses as to like not be an artist and to not, put out my own stuff. Like I really made 1,000,001 excuses for myself, and just as I've gone on, like anything that I was missing, someone came along and was able to contribute that to things that we were missing. So Low has come on board on not just management, but I would call him and Stein my Dave Freeze, if that makes sense. So the way Dave Freeze is for Dot, that's kind of how Low Key and Stein are for me. So we've been able to build some amazing things, as you guys can see. I am like, I think to say thankful is like an understatement. Like honestly, gang, I couldn't, I really can't put into words like all of these things that have been happening. We started off, everybody wanted a certain sound. I think like I always go back to this. When I said I was gonna put out a project, I think everyone expected me to make like 8-10 songs of a certain thing that I'm known for, and just in seeing how other situations panned out for other artists, I remember telling my team, I don't want to go in this direction. This is the direction I don't want to go in. So, we didn't take the easy route. We didn't take the route of the clout route. You know what I mean? The whole like trying to ride a narrative into the top. Like, my whole thing was let's always put the focus on the music, and that's what we've done. And to see the response to everything that's happened is amazing. But to the people that are new and probably like really don't know what's been going on, like all the new things. So Sinners has the entire album, along with about I would say about 65 to 70% of my catalog has now been like registered for DPSs, is now being registered on iHeartRadio. We actually have 4 songs on the radio. I do not know how that happened. I know that we were supposed to have 1 song on the radio. I definitely knew that. And I remember I did an interview. That I live streamed for you guys, in which I mentioned that we had a song on playing in 54 countries, and we had 1 song playing on the radio in 54 countries. Well, that song, I don't know if it made people go and look up other music. I really don't know what happened there. I don't know if Noise did some kind of secret magic and made some phone calls, but now then Smokestack ended up on the radio. So then we had Sinners and Smokestack on the radio, and then at about like 1 o'clock in the morning, I get this random email from my distributor, the person that distributes my music. I get this like 1 o'clock in the morning email, and it's saying that my song Writer's Block has now been played on the radio, which I don't know how, because I never made, you're supposed to make clean versions when things are going out to the radio, and I never made clean versions to any of my music. So Writer's Block ends up on the radio, and then literally about a couple of hours later, I get another email from my distributor that hold on, I want to make sure I get this right. I get another email saying that, which record is it? Shot Clock hits, I mean, I think I knew, I think I kind of knew Shot Clock would hit radio. I'm really not trying to be petty, but I think I kind of knew that. But so then Shot Clock hits the radio. After Shot Clock hits the radio, then we have today we get a new thank you for the subscribe, whoever just subscribed. Then we get a new look, I can show this to you guys. We get a new email saying that the record that I did, Gunna Needs an Apology, is now added to iHeart. So it's just a blessing, bro. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm at the point right now, I was literally just getting visuals together for you guys. I was starting to shoot videos. I actually have a video in the stash. It's a video I have for a song called Pop Shit Scotty. The only problem is it was off of another project, and I that's just not where we're at musically, but it's such a dope fucking video. I think I may just drop it just for the, for the hell of it. But yeah, man, I had some people hit me up because I know, people. I didn't know that. I never really understood what Grok did or what was the purpose of Grok. But apparently there were like some facts about me on Grok that were like, well, not. I don't want to say facts. They're not facts. I would say half truths. Like they'll have like, I want to say about 75% of the story, and then the rest of it'd just be like, like, where did you get that from type shit. But I started seeing that certain Grok facts were popping. I'll be listening and just go home and gotta get that finally. I'm trying to read the chat and get this out, gang. My apologies. And so I started to see that we're now popping up in Grok facts, and now all of a sudden they're starting to attach us to different rappers and women, and a lot of that shit I try to like nip at the ass, because a lot of my beefs in this music industry, gang, came from females. Unfortunately, it was me being young, whether it be like I dealt with a rapper's girlfriend, or like I was a wild kid, man. I'm not proud of that stuff that I was doing. But yeah, so like I tend to try to leave the women and anything that's attached to the industry. When it comes to women, I tend to try to clear those mishaps up instantly, because I do know these are either people's girls, baby moms, whatever the case, and I always want to be the one to set the record straight. Like last thing I want is to be the topic of an argument in someone else's household. So I make it my business to clear that shit up. But so yeah, so I can't thank y'all enough for the radio. I figured the record I wanted to break down today is gonna be the War Cry record. But before I go into the whole breakdown of the record, I wanted to talk about something that I had said, or something that I've been seeing. I made a video on, I think about 2 days ago, in which I criticized my own city. I said New York was once known as the Mecca of the spitters. Like, you know what I mean? What up, BX? Grok is ChatGPT read by your drunk. Word. I ain't gonna lie, like that should have you down a hole. Like I was finding out things about myself that I didn't even know. Like I said, it has like truths, but it's like 75% of the truth. It's not the full entire truth. But so anyway, I made a video that you know, sparked a little controversy in my city. I got a couple DMs about it. A couple of people hit me up. I think they must have assumed, Jay, what up though? Yo, every time Jay comes into the chat, right? So Jay is from Detroit. That's my Detroit connection right there. I read what up though the same way I hear it on the BMF show. I swear to God, bro. Every time I see you say it, I read it as if like Lil Meech or the dudes from that show said. But what up though? Shout out to my boy Jay. War cries on repeat. Thank you, Mika. Yeah, so I'm gonna break that record down because a lot of people wanted me to break that down on what that record meant, how we made that record. That record was obviously an homage record. And it initially was called Backseat Freestyle 2. And that's what I initially called it. But as you know, we started getting deeper and deeper into the album, I was like, that's too on the nose. I was like, I don't want to even insult the fans by like calling. I think they kind of know where I'm drawing the inspiration of this record from. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even want to insult you guys by like being so on the nose with it. So I went to the second level of the layer, which is what the record represented to me. So that record basically, hold on, because I did this last time. I tend to talk about one thing and then I'll read the chat and go off into a tangent. So I was talking about my tweet about New York. Let me finish that and then I'll get into War Cry, Mika. So I said what I said about New York, and then I had a bunch of artists hitting me up, and some agreed, some had, you know, some had some strong opinions, some explained why, you know, they do what they do. Some explained that, you know, and I guess I want to take everyone's explanation and you know who you are for the ones that hit me up. And I guess this is my answer. And this is my answer to all you guys. Whatever your response was, whatever you said to me, this is my response to all you guys. If you don't love this anymore, if you don't love this anymore to the point where you only see it as a money opportunity, then I must ask, please, and I mean this as respectfully as possible, I must ask for you to remove yourself out the way then. Because right now, hip-hop is dead. And I'm saying that not in the sense of, obviously we have amazing albums coming out, amazing acts coming out. But hip-hop is dead in the sense of there was once a clear direction that, bro, we were once the dominating genre. We're no longer the dominating genre. I think it's Latin music now, or K-pop now, or country now. This is why you have artists like BX The Plug doing country records. When I made Sinners, I had no idea of this. Like, you know what I mean? People tried to say that the intro to Sinners was a like country type record. No, that's called blues. That's black music, like, you know, and country music. But I don't want to get into that argument with anybody right now. But yeah, if you're rapping for the sake of clout, for the sake of money, for the sake of right now, the energy that's needed to resurrect this hip hop thing, we don't need that energy. If payola and the dollar sign moves you, we don't need that energy right now. And I'm not saying it to be some purist or be some like, it's all about the art form. No, but I'm talking about what's needed right now in the forefront to try to resurrect this motherfucker is people who are passionate, people who would do this even if they weren't getting paid, because it's showing in the art. It's it's showing in the music, bro, that you don't want to do this, or that you're not happy with how much you're getting paid, or that you're being enticed by the podcasts and streamer money. I get it, bro. I was almost going down that road. You know what I mean? I literally was about this fucking close to going on a stream shit and being a streamer. The money's enticing. You can sit there on your ass all day and, you know, talk shit about other people, and then if somebody's popular, you just talk about that person, and then you get paid for talking about that person. And so I get how enticing it is. It's easy money. It's, you know what I mean? It's like the selling drugs of not even. It's like the scamming of the internet. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the scammers that used to scam in the street, run up the credit cards and all that. Like, now they want to be podcasters and all this shit. But that's a whole nother thing. But I just think if you don't care for it, if you don't care for the art form, if you don't care to put the art form first, then just, you know, politely just remove yourself. You know what I mean? But don't sit there and act like you want to partake in it. Don't sit there and act like you want to be you actively want to participate in putting out music. You know what I mean? Because I think it's a little bit nutty that my city, that was once known for making legends, all of a sudden decided to stop making legends. It's like we made Big, we make Hove, Nas, Jay, DMX, Product. Like, we make all these legends, and then at one point we just stopped. We just decided, we made enough. Like, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened. Yo, BX, I really don't know what happened there. I really don't know. It's like we were making all these stars, bro, that dominate. Redman, Method Man. Bro, I could really keep going. Thanks for the sub. I could really keep going about all the stars that we were making. And then New York just decided, you know what? We're cool. we don't want to make any more. Then, but Atlanta's sitting there, Jeezy, T.I. Then they go give us some more. Hit us with 2 Chainz, this one. Bro, Atlanta, they just wanna, they trying to take New York out the the top 10 completely. They trying to wipe them out. They trying to wipe East Coast out of here. And you know, I joke about it, but I'm dead serious, bro. I've seen a coalition get formed on the West Coast. I've seen coalitions get formed in Detroit. I've seen coalitions get formed in Houston. I've seen coalitions get formed in Atlanta. Florida at one point was, remember, Ace Hood, Khaled, all of them. Like, it was to the point where people, you would, Ross, bro, like, Florida was running it for a minute. Like, shout out to y'all. I didn't, like, New York hasn't had a run like that in a while. We were about to have, and I said this in the video, we were so close to have, with Pop Smoke noise. I was just about to say, Pop Smoke kind of did it, and the wings just got clipped too soon. It got clipped too soon. But I must say, I don't think Pop was gonna stay in drill music. I think Pop used drill as a vessel to get where he was going. But I saw him making the transition out of it, and I saw the way the city was united around that, and I saw the way the energy got pumped into the city when he was around. Because I really didn't agree, not with the drill music itself. I thought the music was fly as shit, but the messaging behind the music, obviously, it was just a little like, ugh. I kill your man, and you know, it was a lot. It was a lot, but I saw him making the transition. I saw him using it as a vessel, and then all of a sudden he got records. She wanna fuck with the woo. Like, I saw the transition happen, and I think the wings got clipped a little too soon there, because I saw a bunch of artists galvanizing around that rap scene at that time. And what was that, like, about 5 years ago? Yeah, that was about 5 years ago, bro. And it sucked, man. It really did suck. Because I think a lot of the energy was just drained out of it, bro. That was such a heavy loss for New York because it was like we finally got somebody that we like, yeah. Because even as an MC, I had no problem supporting that. I had no problem sitting there going, yeah, I like that. Because it was so New York, from the swag to the way niggas dressed, the way niggas talked. It was New York. It encapsulated us, and it was a perfect representation. We a little cocky. We a little, you know what I mean? It was the perfect encapsulation with an artist. You know what I mean? And that's why that one hurt. That's why like that one really fucking hurt. When it hit the city. I really saw the city like I think almost give up a little bit. You know what I mean? Cause it was just like, damn. But it was part of, you know, I think we're just now coming out of one of the most destructive eras that we ever went through in hip hop, bro. I really do. Like, I see, and I just tweeted this today, and I see that they didn't want to put this tweet in the algorithm. I don't have any problems with Trap Lord Ross. I don't think Trap Lord Ross, I don't want to do anything to that kid. I don't want to see him hurt. Anything like that. I'm just calling a spade, bro. I think Trap Lord Ross is a bit toxic, and I don't think he maybe initially started off wanting to be toxic, but I think the things that he gravitated towards in our culture and decided to use his platform to highlight set a very bad precedent, bro. I mean, we didn't help him. We didn't help with the music we were making and, you know, the shit, bro. FBG Duck has a song called Dead Bitches. Song is fire. Song is fire. Matter of fact, we're going to play it. And this is just me, how I feel. I feel like there was a spirit of murder in hip hop that was. I thank God the ancestors protected me from that shit. Because there was a spirit of murder that was just, it was almost like every week. Shit, it really was almost like every week there was a rapper losing their life or like, you know, I remember coming up, the goal was to get a deal and you know, hopefully put the ones you love on and keep it pushing. I don't know when it became reverse. Motherfuckers got deals and wanted to be gangsters. Like that, to me, that shit blew my motherfucking mind. Like I ain't never seen no shit like that. I've been in some shit. I've been in shootouts. I know what it is to lose. Go listen to Heart Race. That's a real story. You don't know when the plug don't when the load don't show up on time and it's coming from cross state. That's when your heart race. When you just hit your re-up and that traffic stop turn to a car chase, that's when your heart races. Like I'm telling you, like I've been in those situations, bro. And I just know, like, I don't know, I would never go back to that. You know what I mean? If I did, it would be, I would be down on my last. And I can understand what it is to be down on your last. Trust me, I can. Think a couple of people who've been with me since day one, I think they kind of know what I mean. I know what it is to be down on your last. And, hey, have to tell your own fans, hey, man, just in case you turn on the news and I ain't here, and just know I had to bust this. I had to make a move to do that. Listen, I'm that guy. I'm that transparent with my fan base because, and obviously I'm not saying this on public forums, but I'll hit them on the low and be like, hey, man, I gotta bust a move. Gotta bust a move. Let me see what BX said. The glorification of this lifestyle and young kids listen to it, try to emulate it is enough. Yeah, bro. Is Listen, let me give you a story. I'm gonna give you a quick story, then I'm gonna go into war cry. Y'all seen the podcast I did last week? No, not last. A couple days ago, I posted it on X. That podcast. Let me tell you why I did that podcast. Because the two gentlemen that were there, bro, both survivors of gun violence. Actually, all three of us survivors of gun violence. That's crazy. I caught the fortunate side of it, where I was able to little wound and able to walk away. The two gentlemen that I were with on that podcast are wheelchair bound from gun violence. One of them was shot in the neck to the point, Stein, maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong on this, where he's paralyzed from like, I think a whole side of his body is paralyzed. If you go to the live that I posted up when I did that podcast, he spit a freestyle. I don't know if we caught it on camera, bro, but he spit a freestyle talking about how he survived it. And I told him at the end of the podcast when the cameras were off and everything, I said, hey, bro, can I use that? Can I use that somehow? Can I have you record that in some kind of way, record it, put it on a beat? Because I would love to use it for an interlude for something, because I feel like this part of the game needs to be told. This man told me he can't even wash his own, part of my language for the females, and he can't even wash his own dick. One of his standout lines to me was, now I'm stuck up in this hospital bed while some other nigga fuck my bitch, and I gotta sit here waiting to die for a nurse to come and wash my dick. I had nothing to say. I had nothing to say to him, because I couldn't imagine. And he's still pushing. And he's still, bro, amazing individual, amazing spirit, amazing resilience. For him to have the wisdom that he's even has, bro, I would be in that chair bitter. I would be in that chair plotting. I would be in that chair not doing a podcast. I had to commend him. I had to sit there and commend him for his story, because I've never seen resilience like that, and the way he spoke on it. So the fact that you say that, BX, it really is true, bro. It really is true. The glorification of this shit, yes, there's a whole nother side to that, bro. You don't know what it is to have to learn how to walk again. Imagine having to learn how to walk again as a grown man. Imagine having, that pretty nurse that you see. Imagine having to have her change your diaper because you can't go to the bathroom on your own. Imagine having to live your life watching the world pass you by and you can't even move. You can't, bro. Like, there's a whole side of that lifestyle that people don't talk about. It really is. And it always happens when the cameras go away. Once the cameras go away, gang, as soon as all the cameras go away, you stuck dealing with your reality. Ask Big Meech how he doing right now. Why you think his son acting out the way he is? You think his son want to be dealing with chicks like Selena Powell and all of that? I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that, bro. That's called survival. I know what that is. That's survival. That's not thriving. That's survival. When you in survival mode, you'll do things where you don't even recognize yourself. Real shit. That's why I don't wish that on nobody. That's why when I hear it, it triggers me. And I don't even like that word, triggered. I hate that word. But when I hear that shit, it triggers me because it brings PTSD. Like I say on Sinners, niggas busting plays around here. You know why I sound the way I do on that record? Because when I was making it, I'm like, bro, we going through. I was watching a documentary about Chicago and the gun violence in Chicago, and one dude, he was bringing up a study, and he said the average teen growing up in Chicago has seen and levels of trauma of a military soldier in the Iraq war. What? I wish I can find this clip. I want to find this clip, and you can see the trauma, because let's be honest, our people, black folk, we ain't going to see no goddamn therapist. We ain't going to sit there and trauma dump on nobody. That ain't how we were taught. That ain't in our nature. We need it like a motherfucker, because there's so much trauma in our communities that we let it out in the wrong vessels. I'm thankful that I found the vessel to let it out, and I let it out in the music. But think of all the other CHAPOs out there that don't have music. They don't got music to let out their frustrations, to sit there and, you know what I mean? Like, I know the feeling of when I make a song that I have, like, I got a song right now called Zealot that I made that I am terrified to drop, because I'm saying some controversial shit on there, bro. I'm saying some very controversial shit, but let me tell you something. When I made that song and I finished it, I felt 10 times better. I text Noise. I say, hey, Noise, bro. I said, this one gonna be a little controversial, my boy. I ain't even gonna lie. I had to tell him straight up. Said, nigga, if it's real, shit, it is what it is. Tell them what's on your mind. Yeah, they ain't stop you before, Chop. So, you know, I get it. I get the traumas implemented in our communities. I get the traumas and you know, we need vessels to get those out, bro. We really do. And you know, it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate, bro. But yeah, I see, like, to have that's why I made that record, PTSD. And that's why I mixed it the way I did and made it sound chaotic, because, bro, the average black man growing up in the hood is living with PTSD. It's not normal to see somebody die. It's not normal to have your friends dying every other week. It's not normal to live in a state of paranoia where you have to walk around with a gun. It's not normal. It's not normal, bro. You know what I mean? We have normalized it, not just in our neighborhoods, but we've normalized it in the music. We've normalized it in, bro. I was having this conversation with somebody before. I said, I can't even feel sad about shit anymore, because the moment I feel sad about something else is happening. How can you feel sad in 2025, gang? Because as soon as you feel like, bro, I scroll my timeline, I can't even feel anything anymore, bro. I can't even feel it. I'm numb to everything I see. All I can do is document it. And when I say document it, I mean put it in a record. That's all I can do. I got a song, bro. Like I said, I got this song called Zet, bro. I don't know listen, I'm not a political person. I don't know what's going on in politics. I really don't. And I try not to, like, pay attention, because it's enough to sometimes make me sick. Because I truly believe in my heart, bro, that it ain't even a fucking this side versus that side. It's Rich versus the rest of us. I think they all on the same team. I think they all playing for the same team. I think they all sitting there fucking high-fiving each other behind closed doors and making us cattle, sheep. They put something in the news. Care about this, care about this. You find out 2 weeks later that thing probably wasn't even true, or they reported on something but didn't report on something else. So I don't even watch any of it. I seen a fucking Black Hawk helicopter in the projects. What? Or like I don't even know the context of that. What the fuck is a Black Hawk helicopter doing in the projects? I don't know. Is it that bad that we need fucking Black Hawk helicopters in the I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know how to fix these societal problems. I really don't, gang. All I can do is try to live my life righteously, and the same way people look up to rappers and other artists, hopefully someone is looking at my story and going, yo, I gotta commend Chop, because Chop not only comes from that shit, but Chop preaches a whole different message. It's a whole different message behind what Chop is talking about. That's the only thing I can hope for, bro. Because I would be lying to y'all if I said I had the answers. Oh, we need to do this. Oh, I wish I had. All I can sit there is be a moral compass and be like, well, that's wrong. I don't need to know context. I don't need to see, you know what I mean? I don't really need to see the context to know if something is just wrong, bro. Like, wrong is wrong. And I think we all have that within us to know when, and me, I consider myself spiritual. I'm tapped in with not only God, the ancestors walk with me, baby. I tell people this all the time. I walk in favor because of I understand who I am, not just as a man, but as a being on this earth, and I understand my lineage, and I understand where I come from, and I understand that it's deeper than just the music. It's about people won't understand my story until I decide to close the chapter on it. Then people will look back and go, sometimes I may do things and, bro, it may not even make sense to people. People may not even understand what's going on at the time. Yo, why is CHAPO doing that? But y'all know, I think the people that are in here right now know me enough morally that I'm not on, like, I don't stand for bullshit. And if I say something is wrong, I truly believe it's wrong. And Mika, I'm telling you, I look at it. You know what did it for me? I'm gonna tell you what did it for me. And my peoples know about this. My peoples know this is something I don't even hide, bro. This is what did it for me. The election, right? I went and watched the election with my whole team. Like, when I first started going on streaming, we watched it. Not the actual election itself, but like all the lead ups, you know, when I think I was literally on live stream when they tried to assassinate Trump. I think we were on Atlas. We was on live stream. We had to be. I think we was, because I think one of y'all told me about it, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. They ain't trying to kill this guy. What are you talking about? And we pulled it up right then and there. I saw that, right? I saw one side saying, he's bad, he's Hitler, he's this, they Nazis, they this. I saw another side saying, they crazy, they this, they that, right? So now I'm like, well, I think both of y'all doing too much, but what's, you know, you get paranoid. You get in that state of, I gotta pick a side. I don't want to be on the wrong side. I don't want to be on the good side. But then I took a step back, because I think it was 2 days later, 2 fucking days later after the assassination, or the attempted assassination on the president, 2 days later, all of these motherfuckers were at a dinner together. They were all at a dinner. The same people that were saying, yo, this person is this. Nah, this person is that. Nah, this. They were all at a dinner together, yucking it up, laughing, making jokes with each other. Laughing. Hey, you remember when you said this? When I seen that, I said, am I like getting a crack into the... Bro, they all fuck with each other. They all fuck with each other. Every single last one of them fuck with each other. Like, they all fuck with each other, and then they get us all riled up, and then they got us fighting each other, and they the ops. It's the easiest it's the oldest trick in the book. The old divide and conquer shit. Black people on this side, white people on this side, brown people on this side, these on this side, everybody on your own sides. Because if we all came together and realized y'all the problem, it'd be a real problem in this motherfucker. That's just what I think. So I don't even buy into that shit, bro. Like I said, I don't need context for things. I just know when things don't look right. And I seen a fucking Black Hawk helicopter in the projects in Chicago. That just doesn't look right. Again, if that's what y'all think is gonna fix shit, and if that's the level y'all think y'all need to take it, who is CHAPO? I don't know. These is why I don't have these conversations. But it didn't look right. I just know that. The optics of that shit looked terrible. Let me see. One on my side. Nah, we gonna allow this, bro. Allow. Ain't no word. I saw that. Ain't no bomb. Yeah, bro, you saw that? Mika, when I saw that, Mika, do you know how upset I was as like, you know how we feel about Obama, Mika. You know how we feel in our community. Bro, go to any black household about 5 years ago. There's 3 pictures you gonna see in every grandma house. Jesus, he always gonna be somewhere in grandma crib. Malcolm X gonna be not Malcolm X. Martin Luther King, he gonna have a picture somewhere. And motherfucking Barack Obama. Bro, when I seen him and yucking it up and cool, bro, I said, this is a game. I said, this ain't real. Because I know I can't sit there and call somebody a fucking, a Nazi or whatever, and then go have dinner with the nigga. Or go sit there and like, I don't know, bro. It's them versus us. That's how I look at it. Because the fuck are we in the streets fighting each other for? What the fuck are we sitting there, bro? When we protested our asses off, Mika. They ain't help us fix shit. they ain't help us do nothing. And we rode out. You remember. We was riding out. And we ain't get a dime. They ain't help. Like, come on, man. Like, we have to start waking up as a people, but I don't want to get too far down this rabbit hole and turn into Martin, CHAPO, Luther, the King Jr. in here and talk about how we just all need to just come together. Because honestly, we do, blood. Like, our community has been shattered by this tribalism. You over there, you over there, you over there. Bro, we do it in our own communities with Bloods and Crips, and you know what I mean? So like, anytime you start dividing people and putting them into subcategories, you're asking for this. You're asking for people to, go at it. I do think we're waking up, Mick. I really believe that. I believe we're waking up because a lot of shit, and, I don't want to use Buddy as a punching bag right now because he's going through enough, but the Young Thug shit, maybe about 3 years ago, that rollout would have worked, bro. Being the white face, the hard ERs, that probably would have worked about 3 years ago. But I think our people, to some extent, are starting to reject some of the lower vibrations, our lower selves. I hate to use Nature Boy's words and shit, but I've been watching this Nature Boy documentary and exposing him and the whole carbonation shit. Y'all gotta watch this shit. It's called Hood Horror Stories. Y'all have to watch this series, gang. Please watch this. For me, it's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It's one of the wildest things I've ever seen in my life. But I do think we are waking up. I think we've had bad leaders, the Dr. Umars, these guys have been, they make me so upset. Like, I think about Umar in that school, and I'm like, bro, I donated to that school. You feel me? Multiple times. So to see him going out that way, it hurts my soul. Like, it really does. Because I look to the lot, Brother Polite, all these guys that I thought were just righteous brothers, you know what I mean? Brothers that come from where I come from, that has some enlightenment and were able to, you know what I mean? But I realize you can't put your faith in man. You can't. You got to put your faith in God. I do say there's things that my eyes were open to, but, you know, you take a little, you chew on the meat, spit out the bone. Take what you can. The rest of it could go somewhere else with it. You know what I mean? But, so, being that we talking about all of this stuff, this is why I made the record War Cry. And I wanted to do this last time, but I didn't get a chance to do it. I promised I was going to play the scenes that the movie, that the songs, that I made the songs to. So when I made the War Cry record, I made it with a specific scene in mind. Every song that's on this album, y'all know, I had a certain scene in mind that when I made it. So the War Cry record, after I play this, then we'll get into the lyrics. But the scene that I had in mind was the scene when Smoke knew that the Klan was coming for him. He knew that people were coming for him. He knew that his time was limited, but he wanted to go out with a fucking bang. And he said, you know what? I'm going to make sure y'all feel my pain. So I want y'all to listen, not only listen to the lyrics, but also watch the scene, because the lyrics literally identically match up to what's happening on the scene. That's how deep I went into when I created this album, bro. That's why I think the song is the same amount of time as the actual scene itself, because I had the scene up playing when I was recording the record. So we did it like that. So here it goes, War Cry. Check this out. This is the actual scene along with the audio of the record.
Sending out the war cry, tell them now we coming up. Big chop, every time we fuck them up. We gon' spray the bomb, spray the whole party up. Chop, big chop, tell them now we coming up. Cousin Jay put me on the endo. Still ain't slow down on my tempo. Bullet holes almost stop my intro. Peel off in the bitch so fast at the gas. Fuck around with lead that Enzo. Lot of shit I put my pencil. Lot of flows unuse my stencil. My pen is up. You ain't penning enough. Troopers ain't penning much. You rented us. And though I lent it up, the boost your ceilings up. The nervia start offending us. I sense a bunch of senses. Tension fuss about my presence. Other sending us. Them bought the sinners up. Send them up. Innocent sometimes get hit though. Ricochets going through that window. This be the war cry of my pencil. Plenty more camo. Plenty more plans, oh, hop in the van, hop in the sands, go hop in the sands, go opt out of sand, bro. I need the ammo, aim in the ammo, so I boom, boom, reload quickly, bitch, you killed my brother, so I'm coming back to get rid of every one of you niggas who ever standing with them paying tolls. I got tunnel vision, if you're fucking with them, shit the same blood be running with them. Keep it real with niggas, I just think that half you niggas pussies, and I bought this shit to land. I'm standing on ancestors, book me fighting narratives, like he a rookie, can't tell for what they book me. You gon' feel the pain of some, because contain so long my mama worries, so I'm hopping out that jungle. Fuck all that talking, nigga, just that. Left these hit boys center right. I bet this shit make them stand up right. Been a pro with that. I'm talking this shit go way back. Them legends knowing that. I come round, I smell the hole in that. Fuel your face, they on the map, they owe me that. Gave them routes, they can't go back. And so in fact, they scared to say my name. The new boogie man, I rap, they aim it. I aim right back, and we ain't heard them niggas since that. So intact, my point attack, I aim right at your back. My city want it back. I hand them niggas to the wall like tap. Promise shit gon' fade to black. I hold resentment for when Pop died. If Brooklyn been on the throne, and they gon' all die. War cry, I'm a cheat, bitch. War cry. Tell them next time, but they all die. War cry, it's your pussy, it's a war cry. Run it up, Run it up, don't wanna chum it up. Hope they ain't run it up unless you dumb enough. Don't think you dumb enough. Fuck your summer up, they think they dumb numbers up, sun is up, turn them up. Since when the rappers out here get tummy tucks? These niggas claim they going for the distance, and I gotta size them up. Big was black and ugly as ever, made his Versace up. Ain't not about your physical, nigga, it's about what's in your cup. Ain't not about your pinnacle, nigga, it's about what's in your cup. We gon' be the one bet when it's so.
So as you can see, that scene, I wanted it to sync up like that. So I think I started the audio a little bit too early, but the scene of when I'm hopping out that jungle, rat tat 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 tat, that was smoke coming out of the jungle. You know what I mean? But the reason why I just called it War Cry, as y'all can know, we were in a situation where I just felt I had nothing to lose. I had nothing to, I just wanted it to be known. You know what I mean? I just wanted my voice to be heard, and the lyrics start off, I'll give y'all the lyrics to it. So it's, I've been the man since GameCube Nintendo. I don't know if y'all remember GameCube Nintendo. So I start there. Been the man, GameCube, Nintendo. Cousin Jay put me on the endo. My cousin Jason is the one that put me on the smoke. Shout out to you, cousin Jason. Cousin Jay put me on the endo. Still ain't slow down on my tempo. Bullet holes almost stop my intro. You know, I took a bullet. It almost stopped my intro from y'all even meeting me. You know what I mean? So been a man, GameCube, Nintendo. Cousin Jay put me on the endo. Still ain't slow down on my tempo. Bullet holes almost stop my intro. Peel off and they bitch so fast at the gas. Fuck around, we'll lead that Enzo. Lot of shit I put my pen to. Lot of flows unused my stencil. My pen is up. You ain't penning enough. Troopers ain't penning much. You rented us, and though I lent it up to boost your ceilings up, the nerve of ya start offending us. I sense a bunch of senseless tension. Fuss about my presence. Heard of sending us, them bought the sinners up. Send them up. Innocent sometimes get hit though. Ricochets going through that window. This be the war cry of my pencil. Plenty more camo. Plenty more plans though. Hop in the van though. Op in the sands go. Op out the sand bro. Hop in the van though. I need the ammo. Hand me the ammo. So I boom, boom. Reload quickly. Bitch, you killed my brother. So I'm coming back to get rid of every one of you niggas. Whoever standing with them paying tolls. I got tunnel vision. If you fucking with them, share the same blood, be running with them. Keep it real with niggas. I just think that half you niggas pussies. And I bought this shit. The land I'm standing on, ancestors booked me. Fighting narratives, he a rookie. Cancer from what they booked me. You gon' feel the pain of some be contained so long. My mama worried, so I'm hopping out that jungle. Rat tat 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 tat. Fuck all that talking, nigga. Just that rat tat 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 tat. Left these hit boys center right. I bet this shit make up stand up right. Been a pro with that. I'm talking this shit go way back. Them legends knowing that. I come around, I smell a hoe in that. Few your faves, they on the map. They owe me that. Gave them routes they can't go back. And so in fact, they scared to say my name. The new boogeyman, a rap. I aim and yak. They aim right back. And we ain't heard them niggas since that. So intact, my point intact. My point intact. I ain't right at your back. My city want it back. I hand them niggas to the wall like tap, tap, tap. Promise shit gon' fade to black. I hold resentment for him. Bro, this is why you should write down your lyrics. I don't write down rhymes, so when it comes down to have to recite them, it's kind of hard because I'm like, there's so many fucking verses in my head that I'm like, does this go here? This go here? But she said, Mika said, you put crack in that song. No, I didn't put crack in the song, but you know, I tried to make sure the shit was crack. I knew what I was up against. I knew if people were gonna see this as backseat freestyle 2, which was what I was initially gonna name it, I knew I had to match the original. I mean, K Dot left Earth on that record, so how can you? What else could I have added to that? You know what I mean? So only thing I added was a little bit of my artistry, some cinematics, and then obviously telling my story, but. You know, I just wanted to maintain that same energy that he had on that record, on his backseat, and, you know, transfer that over. So this was a complete homage record. But I want to close this with the scene that comes after this, which is the ending scene. Where he finally kills that white man and he just finally kicks back and chill, and he knows it's over, and that was the curtain call record that I wrote. So like I told you guys, every time I wrote, he said I'm out of breath. Bro, I'll be out of breath. No doubt. So every time I wrote a song off of this album, I always made sure that there was a certain scene in mind. So obviously the ending of the album, we see Smoke, he passes away, and I had that scene up. I had this scene up when I made the curtain call song. So I'll play that for you guys, and then we'll just close it out on that. I had it on the wrong screen.
If this be my curtain fall, put it on my tombstone, we had it all. If this be on my curtain fall, then put it on my tombstone, we did it all. Sitting here reflecting on the traumas that I inflicted. Saying prayer for me, my soul drifting. I wanna talk to my brothers more, but they all distant. Looking back on my life, man, that shit was vicious. Could've been different, ain't like we ain't knew the scriptures. Stand before the creator, can't smooth talk out of this one. Proceed to keep on with it. Feel slightly ashamed, but manning up cause I done did it. Yeah, I got resentment for the shit that I did in the past. Couple niggas tried it, only right that we digging that ass. School of hard knocks, walked the hallway without a pass. Became a boss when I called shots, made them quick to blast. That cosplay the lifestyle and treat it like something rag. They can't and they on assignment, rather just skip the class. Me, I understand my choice of option. Decided to live toxic, knew the wrongs I was committing. Not disciplined enough to stop it. I was too much chasing and focus, increasing profit. I was neglecting gospel, knowing that he the father. I was living selfish, he wanted me be a prophet. Telling chicks I love them, then digging all in their pockets. Sold them dreams, embedded traumas that ain't start yet. I've been talking to God, embarrassed cause I know he watching. Cause again, I'm just a young nigga who sinned, placed in the city, big dreams, now I'm bending corners, trying to bring heaven on us. Cause living in the trenches feel like they threw hell up on us. Didn't think this shit would end, I can't say that they didn't warn us. RP Dominique, RP JB, RP Styles, RP Zane. Just a small glimpse of the list of the RPs, cause I be here for days, listen to those who ain't here with me. All the ones that I lived for. When the curtain call, where they meet me at the front door. Will a homie try to sneak me in through the back door? Laugh it off, brack off, pick up where we left off. Walking with the ancestors in search for one more. Damn, I'm glad to see you, grandma, held the hug long. As she kissed me on my forehead saying rest, my baby, don't stress, I interceded for you daily. Damn, if this gon' be how my curtain fall, put it on my tombstone, we had it all. If this be on my curtain fall, put it on my tombstone, we had it all. If this be on my curtain fall, put it on my tombstone, I had it all. If this be on my curtain fall, put it on my tombstone, we did it all.
And finally the transition, cause to me when he took the baby is when he finally went off. You know what I mean? Finally crossed over. And like I said, man, I wish y'all would have caught it the first time I played it, but like I when I made the songs, I synced them up so like the song, every scene in this movie is identical, can be swapped out. Whatever the audio was playing for that scene in that movie, I can point to a song that we can swap out for. I'm sorry, Miguel. I know you're not trying to but yeah, that was a big part of the creative. That's why I called the album Sinners, because I felt in order to tell the story, I had to create a template first. So when I created the template, how do I tell a story that people would receive and understand? Well, let's take one of the most popular movies, dissect it, and use that to tell the story. It makes it like, it's kind of like putting the medicine in your food. You know what I mean? You don't taste it. So I knew people would see The Sinners and people love that movie. And then as they would listen to the songs, hopefully invoke the same feelings they had for that movie in the songs. Like I'm going to play this last one. I wanted to end it Thank you, no, appreciate it. I wanted to end it with that, but I don't want to end on a bad note. I want to end having some fun. And this song was made for this scene. So there's a scene, and this is how we gonna ride out to it. And this is gonna end the Mind of a Sinner's episode 4. But this scene was made for this record right here. Well, this record was made for this scene. Sorry, I said that backwards. And I'm gonna make sure y'all can see it. And I want y'all to see, because this record it's been getting love, but I feel like it's a slept on record on the album. Let's go here with it. And y'all gonna see exactly what I mean. Hold on, make sure this is the right one. Hold on, because I got to get it at the right spot. Because it's literally when everybody was turning up. And I did it, and I'm like, yo, this is the energy I have for that. Check this out.
Oh, anyway. Beat the brakes off a nigga like, hit the brakes on the Rari, I skirt. Wishing bad on my health, you need church. Wishing bad on myself, it don't work. Think they mad, I saw a pass and I'm feeling myself, nigga. Walk. 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 Got big dreams coming up. Got rid of a couple yes men, they ain't know enough. Friends triple when you're blowing up. Say you don't care for the ghost, but you're showing up. Back, give me distance. Got a knack for putting niggas on the hit list. I got a knack for putting bitches on the wish list. Turn your missus to a mistress and take ticks, optics. Walk up to the crib like hot kids. They like, no, he didn't, yes, bitch, I did. Shot blast, toast to your mama with her fine ass. Niggas all tight, mad ever since I shot past. Break down, this ain't they style, this my eighth now. Oh, you A-style, 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 A-style. Watch the breakdown, let the bass out. Hey now, niggas hang now, hold the weight down. We gon' have a boogie in now. If you ain't tryna boogie, sit your mark ass down. You don't want the guys all up on your neck like cellos. So when the gang signs get thrown, stay mellow. Beat the brakes up, nigga like, hit the brakes on the Rari, I skirt. Wishing bad on my if you need church. Wishing bad on myself and don't work. Feeling myself, you heard. Feeling myself, you heard. Feeling myself, you heard. Feeling myself, you heard. You ain't never been to the trenches of ghetto, you ain't seen that shit. You get the pictures when I paint them, cause I mean that shit. I have you niggas red dotted if I green that shit. Bullets hit like harpoons, sit them in a pool. That's a vacate at Heaven Gates, hell of a move. Tell them niggas gon' choose how they wanna lose. Twin V's form W's and they come in twos. We gon' shoot the party up, tuck your Barbie up. Turn the Cardi up, let bullets rage at the party bus. You saltied up too much Bacardi, hardy. He think he naughty, I dread having smoke him like he a Molly. He Rastafari, RP Don, BB Magadi. Who wanna guard me? Still dropping 40 and I ain't sorry, but you'll be sorry. Niggas gotta pay just to get past. And pray tonight I don't run into your bitch ass. Beat the brakes up, a nigga like, hit the brakes on the Rari, I skirt. Wishing bad on my if you need church. Wishing bad on myself, it don't work. Feeling myself, you heard. Feeling myself, you heard. Feeling myself, you heard. Feeling myself, you heard.
So that is the, hold on, let me start again. That is Mind of a Sinner's episode 4. That record is called BTB OAN. Beat the brakes off a nigga like, hit the brakes on the Rari, I skirt. Wishing bad on my health, you need church. Wishing bad on myself, it don't work. Feeling myself, you heard? Feeling myself, you heard? Feeling myself, you heard? Feeling myself, you heard? So as you can see, that was for that record. Y'all could go check out Sinners, man. Sinners is on the radio. Keep requesting it. Keep playing it. If you could tell a friend to just play it. If you could play it, and even if you don't feel like listening to it at that moment, play it and turn the volume down. Just run the streams up on this record, gang. Run the streams up on this album. As you could see, I mean, we're 4 episodes in, and you guys are seeing the mind of a sinner, the mind of how I created these records, what my thought process was. Y'all getting a firsthand, like, looking at how records are even done, and a little bit of my creative process. I can't speak on everybody else, but y'all seeing a little bit of my creative process and how I put things together and the way I think, and, you know, my opinions on just different topics in hip hop or different topics out there in the culture. We're building a family here. I do agree. In the beginning, I think, I don't know if it was Miko or Chrissy, we need to make y'all mods. For real. We're gonna edit this video up. Obviously, we're gonna put it on X. We have an amazing support system over there. We've been doing amazing numbers over there. I think we just hit like 250,000 on one of our freestyles, so that's amazing. And yeah, I mean, I'll see you guys on socials. I'll see you guys on Discord. I'll see you guys on X. It's always a pleasure to come and talk to you guys. I love you guys so much. Again, we went longer than usual. We usually do an hour. We did 2. So I'm gonna get the editing, start chopping some of this down. But I am so appreciative of all you guys, bro. Like, you know, we've been hitting milestones every day. Every day is a new milestone. Every day is a new. I'm excited to pick up that phone and see what we got going on. I'm excited to see, like, the new fans that are coming on board. The excitement behind the music. You know, the fact that people even think this album is a classic. Just amazing things, man. But I don't want to carry it on. I know everybody probably got to go to work, go to sleep, but I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Mind of a Sinners episode 4. I will see y'all on episode 5. Because when you're bracking, it's like this.